Here we are going to discuss about how to plan an online lesson. The first thing is if you are planning an online lesson, you want to think about the teaching method. Here I am going to introduce one teaching method that particularly relate with the online classrooms, online lessons called flipped classroom method. This flipped classroom method contains three steps: the before classroom, during, and after classroom. Before classroom mean you have to think about the activities you want to give in before starting the online lesson. Then you have to think about the activities and the other things you want to do during the classroom. Then same way you have to think about the activities you have to do after classroom. Right. Look at the diagram here. In this diagram also explain the same concept, flipped classroom. Here mainly two categories: in class and out of class. During the class mean in class, the teacher and the students or all people are together during the class hours. Then after class or out of class mean before and after. In that period, teacher and students are not meet together. Right. Then you have to think about the things you want to do before starting the lesson. Right. Then you have to ask to do something from the students. You have to give a picture, or you have to give a video clip. Then you can ask students to visit, watch the video and come to the class in that way. Then during the class, the most of things you want to do activities. You want to give the priority to do the activities. Then after class mean homework. Then you have to assign homework to the student to improve their critical abilities, critical skills. Actually, you want to design this class according to the Bloom's taxonomy. That's the theorem. Right? According to the Bloom's taxonomy, their first step is remembering and understanding. Right? The before classroom, before entering the class, you want to give to the activities to the students to develop their remembering and understanding skills. That means if you are giving some presentation, that means they are looking at the presentation and they are trying to, students are trying to remember something from the presentation. That means you are going to develop their remembering skill and understanding. During the class hours, you want to do some activities that help to develop their analytical skills. That means the middle steps of the Bloom's taxonomy. Right? Then students learn how to apply that theorem. They are going to analyze those types of things they are trying to do during the class hours. Then after hours mean the Bloom's taxonomy. That means top levels of the Bloom's taxonomy. That means they are going to develop the critical skills of the students. Then therefore you want to assign a homework that help to develop their critical skills. Right. According to that point, then we are going to plan an online lesson here. In the online lesson, then first thing you want to think about the before start the classroom. This before start the classroom, these activities I am divided into two parts: the must situation and the optional. The must mean you want to do it. It's a compulsory things, right? Before start the classroom, you can deliver a presentation to the students, or lesson notes you can deliver it, right? They prepare a presentation regarding your lesson and put it into their common group. That means after starting the teaching practice period, then you will get the WhatsApp groups of your students. Then you can use this group to keep the your activities. Right? You can prepare a presentation regarding your lesson and give it to the students. Then also you want to prepare lesson note. That at least you need the 3 pages of this lesson. And if you are preparing a presentation, at least you need the 5 to 10 slides. That's must. Right? Instead of presentation, actually you can apply other things also. You can give students to another book to read, or another picture or newspaper. In that way, you have to think the suitable thing to give into the student before coming to the class. Right, then optional. Right, if you can deliver these things also, very good. Otherwise, no need to give in it. But if you are able to give in these things, then it will help to improve the abilities or skills of the students. Right, if you can, you can give a video clips or quiz, or you can give a URL to refer the website before coming to the classroom. You can ask from the students to refer the website and come, or you can give set of question. Please answer this question and come to the classroom. Right? In that way, you can decide what are the things you are going to give in to the students to do before coming to the classroom. Right. Then second step, after starting the classroom, then what's happened? Then during the class, right? Then think about how you are going to start class. Normally, we are using Zoom application to conduct the classes. Then how you are going to use the Zoom, right? If you are using the Zoom application, then you want to familiar with the Zoom. I think all of the students use the student view of the Zoom application, right? But I think you are less using the Zoom teacher aspect, right? Therefore, you want to familiar with the functions of the teacher aspect of the Zoom application. How the teacher should be able to share the screen, how the student giving the video clips, how share the video clips, right? In that way, there are many functions available with the Zoom teacher app. Then students should familiar with these functions. And if you are not familiar, please get into the Zoom teacher view and familiar. Right. The first thing is you want to familiar with the Zoom teacher app. Then to the how you are going to access to the lesson, right? How you are going to engage with the lesson. Right. Here I am suggest under this Flip Classroom. The first thing is you can prepare a slide presentation, PowerPoint slide presentation consisting only one slide, 1 to 3 slides. Right? Only include the main points there. By demonstrating this slide, you can start the lesson. Right? You can discuss with the student, spend 3 minutes for that, 2 to 3 minutes. Then also prepare with the video clip. Right? Then you can collect a video clip from YouTube or whatever the video site. You can collect the video clip that regarding to your lesson. That's also 2 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes. Right, altogether only 5 minutes you can spend for the introduction to the lesson, engaging part. Right, then next thing, developing the lesson. Right, after you engage or accessing or introducing the lesson, then you want to develop it. Right, on the developing part, you can do some other activities. Right, I suggest you to do 2 activities during the development part. The first activity, actually, you can use Neopod to prepare the activities, right? Then I advise you to look at my videos on the YouTube. Then you can follow these videos. Then you will get familiar with the Neopad, how you can create teaching learning materials through the Neopod. And I am advise you to use Neopod to create your activities, but not must. And if you are familiar with any other teaching learning creating apps, then you can use it. For example, flashcard, creating flashcard methods, and then quiz.com, Genial, those types of application you can use to create the activities. Right, spend 5 minutes for the first activity. The same thing you can do for the second activity also. And the second activity also you can use Neopad or any other web tool to create the activities. Then also spend 5 minutes for that. Right. Then after you doing the activities, that means after you are finishing the development part, then move to the next section. That means summary. During the classroom, you want to put a summary what you are teach. Right. In the summary also, when you are presenting the summary, it's also okay to use the PowerPoint slides. Prepare one slide to present the summary of your lesson. Spend 2 minutes for that. Then assessment. Then assessment also, you can prepare digital assessment. And actually, you can use Kahoot, Kahoot or quiz. That I am also advise you to use quiz, quiz.com to prepare the assessment. That's very similar to Kahoot. The problem with Kahoot is it's allow only 10 students to do the activity. But if you are using quiz, in that case, no limitations. And any number of students can join with your assessment. Right? Therefore, I'm asking you to follow the quiz.com website to see how to create the assessment from there. Right? Also, that's the part of during the classroom. Then go to the next part, that means after the classroom. Then you want to think about what they want to do after or finish the lesson. And then you want to assign a homework for that. Right? Then also I'm suggest you to do the group work for that period. This group work they can do with their friends, that means peers or parents. Right? If you are doing, if you are assigned homework as a group work, then you ask them to use Google Docs or Google Slides to do the group work. Right? The Google Docs or Google Slide allow students to do some collaborative works. Right? Therefore, no need to get together. Right? They can join with their WhatsApp groups or any other communication medium, and they can complete the homework. Right? The better way to ask them to do the group work using Google Docs or Slide. Right? In that way, you can you can plan an online lesson. You can plan an online lesson.